Unlike most bike parts, the skewer has one job, and that is to hold the wheel in place without it slipping. So today we're going to test the Extralite Aliens 4 front skewer and the Dura-Ace 9000 front skewer to see which one holds the wheel in place better. So this is a front wheel test only because that's where most people seem to get slipping with skewers. The rear can slip, of course, but that's held in place more by your body weight sitting towards the back of the bike. We'll do a test another time on the rear, but today is just front only. Okay, so this will be a simulated test to show you which one works the best. All right, here we go. Test one. This is with Dura-Ace skewers. Okay, so we're going to get on the bike. Let's just see first if the brakes are centered, so left and right touching at the same time. You're going to have to trust me on this one, but yes, they are. Okay, now I'm going to put as much force as I can diagonally through this side of the handlebars here and try and get the wheel to twist out that way first. Right, I'm going to get on top of the bike, like that, lucky bike, and put as much force as I can through it. Ready? Okay, so that's the right. Brakes still centered. Let's do the left. Get on top of it again. Right. Still centered. Perfect. Okay. So the Dura-Ace skewers don't move. I was putting a lot of force through that then. The kind of force that you would put through a bike when you're climbing and kind of pulling on the bars and leaning into it. Everyone's behind you because they can't handle your pace, they can't handle your power, but you're just still going for it. So Dura-Ace will stand up to that. All right, the Dura-Ace skewer is out, and we're going to go with the Extralite Aliens 4 next on the front. So same test again, leaning into the bike as hard as I can from the right side, then the left side. Try and get it to move. Now at the moment, it is centered. That's not moving. The wheel's not being pushed from left to right. It's hitting at the same time. Okay. Right then. Right. Immediately, that has moved. You can hear that. That is one brake pad touching the rim before the other one. And you can see the wheel moving from left to right as it's being pushed back into centre by the brakes. So that isn't very good. Let's try it the other way. Right. You heard that move. Yep, there you go. It's been pushed from the other side now to the centre. So it moves under normal conditions. Right, the other important thing about skewers is how easy they are to use in the real world. So imagine the scene. You've been out all day, riding for 5 hours, 300 watts for the whole ride. You've been pulling the whole group because they're just being wimps and you're the only one putting in any fucking effort. You get a front puncher by running over a bear or something. You need to get your wheel off as soon as possible. You don't have to mess about with, gashing your hand up or anything like that on a shitty skewer. So you want something that's easy to open and smooth and good. So the Dura-Ace one, let's have a look. Bang, it's open. Nice big blade, smooth, doesn't hurt your hand. So you can get your wheel off, get your puncture fixed, get it back on, and then you can get back to hammering, which is what you should be doing. Right, Extralite then. Let's have a go at getting it off. Right, look, it's really hard and it's really sharp behind it. So it's like, oh God, it's like that time when your wife found out about her sister's baby being yours and attacked you with that knife, and you had to get it off her, but you didn't want her to stab herself with it, but you had to grab the blade. Eventually got it off her, but relationship was never the same again, you know. On the surface it looked good, but, you know, cracks soon began to show, much like this skewer. So yeah, that if you look on the inside, that they've machined it nicely, of course. They've machined it to look like an Aliens 4, but it's agony to use it. So again, when you're out on the road and you're knackered because, you know, you've been doing your job and you're trying to wrestle this off, and maybe it's raining or something, and you've got, like, I don't know, EPO all over your hands, you're not gonna get it off, are you? Or you are. You're gonna be ridiculously angry, and then, you know, the stabbings will start again. So I think Extralite have got blood in their hands with this one. Conclusion then. If you like fanning about coffee shops, saying things like steel is real, and reminiscing about nostalgia that you didn't live through and are basically a pussy, you can get away with Extralite, I reckon. If you want to actually put your pistons from hell into use and put some proper power through your fucking bike, like you should be doing, you need something stronger, like Dura-Ace.